Ken Gashuhi, KTN News.
We congratulate all the 2023 candidates. In case you didn't get what you hoped you would, it's not the end of life. You still got this. Now moving on, Kenya has been elected as a member of the World Heritage Committee during the 24th session of the General Assembly of State Parties in France. The committee is responsible for, among others, allocating financial assistance from the World Heritage Fund. In addition, UNESCO has nominated the Taita spiritual dance called Mwazindika for inclusion in the list of intangible cultural heritage. Our culture and heritage reporter Levis Musumba filed the report.
In a historic moment, the Kenya delegation, led by Cabinet Secretary Aisha Jumwa of the Ministry of Gender, Culture, the Arts and Heritage, took center stage at the 24th session of the General Assembly of State Parties to the World Heritage. Kenya stands proud as it secures a seat on the prestigious World Heritage Committee.
We appreciate the collaboration and work of the World Heritage Center with state parties towards the realization of the flagship on culture in the UNESCO Global Priority Africa Operational Strategy 2022-2029.
Kenya will sit in the decision-making committee for a 4-year term. The committee is responsible for the implementation of the World Heritage Convention, allocates financial assistance from the World Heritage Fund, and has the final say on whether a site is inscribed on the World Heritage List.
Kenya will be among the few countries that will even be deciding the funding opportunities that will accrue to countries. It will be on the table to decide on World Heritage properties to be listed under the 1972 Convention. And of course, it will be in the global platform, the global space, to be able to speak on the implementation of the Convention.
Kenya's commitment to the Convention is evident in the nomination and listing of the 5 intangible cultural heritage elements, namely the Eunoto and Ekipata of the Maasai, sacred Kaya forests, Isukuti of Isuha and Idaho, sacred shrines of Kitimikai, and traditional foodways. And now, Mwazindika spiritual dance of Taita Taveta has joined the UNESCO nomination under the framework of the 2003 Intangible Cultural Heritage Convention, becoming the 6th element to be nominated to the Intangible Cultural Heritage List.
This requires a research, inventory, documentation, preservation, conservation.
With excitement, the traditional dancers of Mwazindika groups welcomed global recognition after several decades of resilience in conserving their rich heritage.
Tumecheza tukakuwa first, tukashinda 2014, tukashinda tukawa twende UNESCO, tukakosa pesa tukuenda.
By nominating Mwazindika, Taita Taveta County stands to benefit from global recognition and attract tourism that will boost the local economy and development.
There is some budget allocated for the culture department, and we had proposed that we are mapping and also restoring our cultural sites so that we can attract more tourists.
Kenya's position in this influential committee is a commitment that Kenya pledges to meet the expectations of the supportive international community in conserving cultural heritage for sustainable development. For KTN News, I'm Levis Musumba.